And then we came down and broke the yearly open, which was sort of a strange thing. And then we went down. We were down about 4% from the highs at the worst level. And then all of a sudden, here comes that or that breath of fresh air as the market goes higher. But I hope everybody's doing great. You know, we've been picking out what I would call targeted opportunities in the market. And tonight we were trying to think something that we have that we use and people part of it know about it. It's sort of I was thinking the name is called One Ticker Payout, and it really should be the Hall of Fame of trading. I mean, the record of this program is just unbelievable when you look at all the trades that we did, and then you go back in there and look at it and say, what is the secret to this program? It's a very patient-oriented program. And here's a question I got for you. Would you rather make, in a year, let's just say in a year, 30 or 40 superbly great trades, or trade every day? That's just a simple question. 30 or 40 great trades that you remember and you know the consistency's there, and then all of a sudden you have the ability with the one ticker to do that. But I told Adam just came off vacation. Everybody give Adam a shout out. He's back. He was down in Mobile, Alabama. He's down in Mobile, Alabama, riding on the floats there in Mississippi. You know, Mardi Gras is big this time of year, and they just finished it up. It's just sort of a interesting time to think about it, okay? But welcome to the night. This is Wednesday on the Web. Been doing this many years. As Chuck said today, sometimes we move our Sunday night planning based on the holidays, and then but Wednesday on the Web has been pretty reliable, been very rare. We've had to change the schedule for Wednesday on the Web. So thank you for coming tonight. And I know we have just what you're looking for. If you're looking for that superpower type trade, this is it. It's called One Ticker Payout. In fact, I wasn't going to offer it again. I told Adam, I said, I really don't want to offer it anymore. It's just too good when you think about it. And I said, we made over the last couple of weeks, we've been throwing a couple dots on the board, and I said, oh, what the heck, let's just got a lot of new people there and see what maybe Hall of Fame looks like. This is it. So thank you for coming tonight, and join my DTItrader.com Telegram channel for my TV review every morning, and then of course my YouTube channel. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. I've been saying that because I didn't know that's what we were supposed to do. And now I found out we are, and I think we're starting to hit a growth cycle again. But thank you for being here. Now, there's risk involved in trading. We always talk about risk first. Anytime we do anything, nothing wins 100% of the time. And you have to calculate risk in your analysis. I'm Tom Busby, former Air Force officer, active trader since the 70s, former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I have 3 great books: Winning the Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. My favorite part of this job is not giving you trades or teaching you about trading, but getting to know you. That's the favorite part of this job. It's a rarity, I know. I want you to learn how to do this, because if you learn how to do this, you'll be like so many of my students. You'll be flying along and just taking it, let the good times roll. Now, at DTI will help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. In my opinion, now I'll say this a lot, and I try not to be braggadocious about it, but in my opinion, if you listen to what I tell you, you're going to make money. And that's the bottom line, because the odds are in our favor when we trade. Nothing complicated about it, but you will also learn the art of making money. That's a promise. Now, here's where the market stands right now. You can see we're sort of flat. We've been trading almost this year, January, February, about halfway through February. But gold is still stronger than garlic. Crude is strong this year. And bonds have made the turn above 115. 115. The 10 tickers this week, I got MU. You take one of these tickers and probably make a living off of it. I give it to you every Sunday night. If you look at MU right now, it's at 424. Walmart's got earnings before the open, I believe tomorrow. J&J above 245, McDonald's above 231. It's got GDX. We traded it this week because it fell down and we bought it. Anybody make that GDX trade with me? Wasn't that a great trade? Neil made 3,000, he said, off MU. That's good. FedEx 377.55, KGC 35.55. That look, KGC, if you've been with me about 3.5 years, you'd have bought it with me about $5 a share. That's quite a run, isn't it? KGC. Now, these overnight payouts, these are not day trading in the one ticker payout program. Now, like I said, it's been a rarity that we brought this back, give everybody a chance to join. Before we begin, the profit performance shown are not typical. We make no future earnings claims, and you may lose money. The majority trades expressed are from historical backtested data in order to demonstrate the potential of the system. Average backtest return per weekend, winners and losers included, was 10.9%. That's multiply that times 52. Does that tell you how powerful this is? Average winner was $1,312 per trade based on a $5,000 investment. Every example was based on the same starting investment unless otherwise stated. 84.5%, better than my lifetime average. Can't guarantee any future specific results. There's always a high degree of risk in bottom trading. You know that, and I know that. One ticker, record since inception, 82% accuracy rate, 31 winners in a row. That's a pretty good hot streak, wouldn't you say? 31 winners in a row. That's Hall of Fame trading right there, folks. At 20% plus a pop. We booked a winner last week at 18% return, standard menu item, so to speak. And in a tough market, to show you how powerful it is, 18%. 17%, let me go back, let me come back to that because I think it's important. 18, then 17. Off $1,000, that's about $350. That's not bad. Let me introduce myself. I'm Tom Busby. All you new people, hopefully we'll meet someday. Blue's my favorite color, as you can tell. Now pay close attention. Not a complicated approach, but it's a timely approach. Overnight payouts on one specific ticker. And no, I'm not talking about earning pennies on the dollar here. I'm talking about good, solid return. Now, I'm talking about one ticker that has shown the power to take even a small $5,000 investment, pay out the likes of $1,000, that's 20%, 1351, a little better, even 2096, that was a good one, all overnight. No day trades here. Now, of course, you know there's no strategy wins all the time. There's no such thing as a magic pill that can generate instant income. But with that said, these overnight payouts for one ticker have shown incredible 84.3% accuracy. Think about knowing when you took a trade that you were going to be right around 84% of the time over a course of a year. Can anybody here imagine not being in a program that good? That's better than winning 4 out of 5 trades, which people say, how accurate? I say I'm about 4 out of 5. This one proves the point, doesn't it? Now, I fine-tuned the strategy. I always do that after a long streak of winning. I stop and look at it and see how to milk it for more. I'm on a mission unlike anything we ever done before. We're calling this the one ticker payout program. Payout, underline that word. See, most people think you need to follow a handful of stocks, monitor every move. Not in this program. One ticker is what we focus on. 2,384 of the other 2,385 tickers out there. Focus on this one and only ticker. Again, it's a simple concept, but it works when everything goes as planned. Like last October, 5,000 invested on this one, with the examples coming. Remember, October was one of the worst months for the stock market. Left money in the Popper Index, well, it wouldn't have looked very pretty, would it? Not if you looked at that, just fully invested in October. Not a good month. However, the same investment stake in one ticker payout could have seen a much different result. Again, setting up high probability trade with a limited exposure, that's time on station, hitting 5 separate overnight payouts for the month of October. There's 958, add this up. 823. You like the way it's going? How about another $2,096 on the third? Letting our wins 1,351. Notice we're a little bit over halfway in the month, and we topped it out off a little icing on the cake with 1,283. Add that up. That's the power of this program. Now, to be clear, there was one in there that wouldn't have worked out. But if you followed along with one ticker payout program, you'd have gone 5 for 6. Walk away with an extra $4,371 in your pocket for the month. Do a little multiplication there. That'll get your eyes rolling. Now, most people I work with think making money has to be complicated or time consuming. When I meet it, I keep things simple. You don't have to wait years to get payouts. But the truth is, it takes a few minutes of your time to put the one ticker payout program into action. But follow along, I've been able to show dozens of folks the exact method targeting exact $1,000 or more on overnight from this ticker. I call the method 2-click. Think about that. Pop, pop, trade on. That's because after the 2 clicks, you set yourself up to target the next $1,000. Now take a look at what happened the very next month in November. Now I have to admit, unlike October, November stock market was red hot. S&P, bonds, gold, Bitcoin, everything was headed higher. Top stocks like Apple and Microsoft were having great months, about 10% alone for those in November. 5,000 invested in those 2 stocks would have netted you $580 for the month. Put a lot of money up to do that. Now, if you use my 2-click approach, the special ticker, you've done much better. We hit 5 major payouts for the month of November: 1,000, 1,100, 1,780, 1,179, 1,271. That's October, November would be enough to sit around and wait for these high probability setups when they occur. So in October is one trade that wouldn't have worked in our favor, 5 out of 6 opportunities, extra 2130 in the case of November. The 2-click method earned folks 4 times what top stocks like Apple and Amazon did. 580 or 2130, which one would you prefer? Give me a yes if you like the idea of focusing on one ticker at select times during the month. Not over trading there, 4 or 5 times on average when it sets up a month. Give me a yes if you like that idea. You like that concept. I like it. There's little Jim saying yes, yes, yes. Answer's obvious, isn't it? But what some folks may have missed is that the 2 clicks seem to work on the 1 ticker regardless of markets were headed lower, like in October, or higher, like in November. That's what I like about it. You have the flexibility to go with the setups. Either way, you locked in roughly 3,000 payouts for each month. So what's this special ticker? The ticker is the most basic way for anyone with a regular brokerage account to invest some of the most high-powered stocks in the world at the same time. Getting a taste, there they are, recognize all those stocks. They're great stocks, but how about doing it in 1 ticker, all at the same time? If you haven't guessed, that ticker is the QQQ. QQQ gives us access to the NASDAQ 100, which shows a diversified basket of some of the most explosive stocks in the world. There's a few, Apple, Tesla, and so forth. Our goal is to get that $1,000 in your pocket each and every trade. Not a day trade, but overnight. This is how you take a small account and grow it. Pretty good stuff. Let me show you what I mean. Take a close look at this chart. Returns of QQQ from 1999 to 2023. Everybody see that? Huge. What if you look at it as return only on the QQQ during the day? Buying at the market open and selling at the close. Pretty good approach, huh? Versus if you bought at 4 and sold the following morning, 5:39. Uh-oh, secret alert. Late in the day into the next day. Holding it overnight, as you can clearly see, maximizes the opportunity, gives you a 539% chance using that strategy. In fact, investing during the day would actually lost you money buying early, selling late. And it's little known occurrence in the QQQ can allow us to target these overnight payouts over and over again. When it sets up, you set up a 2-click trade close to 4 bell as possible, exit the trade the next morning when the stock market opens, just like the first 3 that hit in March. Here's a look at the chart of the QQQ. Notice what it does. And here's a look at the overnight 1 ticker payout you could have hit in the first week using the 2-click trade. March 3rd, 1139. That amount sounds familiar. But 1329, another amount that you get used to on March the 6th. 1370 on March the 7th. March should have a pretty good day. Pretty remarkable. In 1 week, folks could have earned an extra 38.39. No stress. Just straight out following the setup I teach and do. Now, we're not helping solve the retirement crisis in America. We're helping cure the everyday stress and pressure that comes along with living in America, whether you're young or old. Just make sure you have this straight. Owning the QQQ during the day is no good. Basically a coin flip if you make money or not. Using my tactic, it increases the odds in your favor. Folks, let me just stop you there. There's a certain time to entry and a time to exit on this trade. Simple and straightforward. So you're probably wondering, it's been that way for years, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, frankly, if you want to take advantage of this overnight occurrence on the underlying stock, you can. But the results would be about 1/20th the size of what I've been showing you. For most people, that's just not worth their time, and that's why no one probably heard about this before. But if you have the Chicago Board Options Exchange made a small tweak on the QQQ, which opened the door to these 1 ticker payouts over and over again, now let me explain. In order to see the types of results from 2-click trade, you have to use options. How many of you trade options? Give me a yes, I trade options, but not just any form of option. Most tickers out there have options that expire on Friday each week. These are active. They're called weekly options. Now, the QQQ only had weekly options, and the 2-click trade wouldn't even work. But luckily, it's 1 out of 5 tickers in the world, which we call, that have daily options. And you might have guessed these options that expire every single day of the week. These daily options will open the door for these overnight payouts when you have the proper setup. Just have to place the 2-click trade as close to the end of the day as possible, knowing that QQQ has a good chance of going higher, handing us the next overnight payout. Certain criteria increase those odds, and that's what we use. Like the next few one-ticker payouts, 1133, familiar, still in that March, 2419, March 23rd, 1250, March 27th, 1484, March 30th. Let me show you how to set up your first 2-click trade on the QQQ. All you need to get started, listen up, standard brokerage account. Who has a standard brokerage account? It's also retirement account friendly. $500 to start with. Who has the ability to put $500 on a trade? 2 minutes to put the trade in. Got 2 minutes to spare? That's it. That's why we recorded a very special class to show you exactly how you can start targeting these consistent payouts with the QQQ. It includes full details how to place the first trade, how to upgrade your account for at least level 3 options, show you how to manage your risk so you can start using this technique in your account. We're inviting you tonight to join us for free. You can lock in your spot, all prescribing to my nationwide one-ticker payout program. I'm hoping to bring 100 people in here to target extra $1,000 or more overnight. Each day when the markets are open, I'll monitor the QQQ for you. I'll see an opportunity for the high probability thing. I'll alert you immediately through an email notification, through a text message, that's twice, and in Telegram is 3. You won't miss it with those 3 notification issues, whether you're in front of the computer or not. You learn the setup, you do it, the exact details on how to place the 2-click trade before the close that day. We don't leave you hanging. We put you in, we help you get out, optimum time to exit. Now, always place a trade before the markets close. It's not like folks have to be around the computer all day long. Check in sometime the last 30 minutes of the day, and you should be good. In fact, you got 45 minutes to do the trade in the last 30. Everybody know how that works? Because the QQQ stays open an extra 15 minutes to let you get this trade on. Now, some of you might be new to options. That's why we instruct our team to include a special training package to help you get started, all the way from rookie level to pro level in no time. We call it Option for Rookies. Once you sign up, you get access to it. It's sometimes referred in the business to Options Made Simple, but it's pretty good. It took us about a year to put this program together to teach you the insights of trading up. That alone is worth a fortune. And so you'll know $497 for that course in the past, but all you have to do is learn the power of the QQQ. Over the first year of being a member to one-ticker payout program, we'll also fill in some additional ways to target extra cash from the QQQ. Power of the QQQ. Above and beyond to get you involved tonight, everything you need to get started. The price justifies the price tag of $7,500. So tonight you can save $100 and pay $7,400. I'm kidding. We're going to cut it bigger than that. If you lie with me tonight, not even half that amount. We're opening it up for those 100 people on a very special deal for new members who join me in the one-ticker payout. Learn the 2-click way. Learn to pay attention when 3:30 comes around. One-ticker payout scholarships, your goal. We're going to charge $3,000 for a year's subscription with the goal to help you pay it off in the first month. But we did even better. See, all you have to do, get on board, be part of it, instead of having to pay for a full year's access at the base membership. We'll skip to that step. You automatically upgrade tonight's members to lifetime. That means once you join the one-ticker program today, you'll have this trade not just for this year, for any year that the program is up and running. These 2-click trades delivered to you on a silver platter, simple to do, but not just that. We'll take a celebration discount because we're bringing it back for 2026. Upgraded to VIP, you get an extra $500 off the lifetime VIP price. Now, we can't promise future gains or protect against losses, but I want you to be totally satisfied with this subscription. If after the next 2 weeks, when you think about it, you got 2 weeks to build your account up with me. All you have to do is sign up tonight. Get all the education, all that in the next 14 days. We'll refund every penny of your membership. No brainer for you to do that. Let's get 100 people in here and do it. If you're one of them, lifetime deal won't run you $3,000. We cut it down even further. It won't be $24.97. A one-time payment of $19.97, one-time VIP lifetime, and you got 14 days to say, hey, before the credit card gets old in your account, you'll already be generating with me trades in the one ticker payout program. The celebration discount, you pay $14.97 tonight. If you want your spot, you got to take it. If you can't get a hold of Kelly or anybody, put your name and email and phone number and write one ticker. Adam, I'll make sure somebody gets you a hold because we open it up tomorrow, 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. We're going to find this one ticker trade. Click the link in the chat, dtitrader.com/lifetime, or call 904-706-3532. Steve, actually, as long as you're approved by option, you can do different variations of this, okay? If that's an issue. I came up with this strategy to help small account people build their accounts. This program in a world of its own. dtitrader.com/lifetime, full service guarantees there. Follow along with me, take the trades with real money, or just pay the trade, see how good it is. Learn. After that 14 days, if the gains ain't up to par, it'd be hard to say that if you have about 3 or 4 in your belt, wouldn't it? Or if the education is not good, no worries. Call our team, we'll refund every bit of it. Now, my goal is to take as much uncertainty of children as possible. That's why you got direct access to our daily customer service Zoom room to ask questions to be guided. Get all your questions answered daily. You don't have anything to lose on this one. Learn it. Go to dtitrader.com/lifetime. Now, I've had a few love letters. Remember when I told you we had that streak of 31 trades in a row? You should have seen my box. Here's some of the top we received. Whitney made the cost in her first week. Jim, $2,000. Great way to start his month. It's simple, straightforward. As Ken said, simple is better. This is simple. And you get the education on top. Keep up the good work. So the best story so far, you write the next one. I will teach you how to trade options like no one else out there because I'm going to take the time, the effort, and make sure you understand it. dtitrader.com/lifetime. Here's some common questions. How much money is needed? The trades are about $1 per option, folks. $1 per option. That's $100. You can go that small. Will every trade be a winner? You know, I always say that. Of course not, except for those 31 times in a row. Okay. Mark says, sign me up, folks. That's what everybody ought to be saying on this program. Sign me up. Did you worry about downside? No, I play it both ways. That's the beauty of it. Can you trade in a 401k, IRA? Of course, it's retirement account friendly. Normal accounts work too. When's the next trade? Well, you'll find out after you get signed up. Watch the master class, and tomorrow at 3:30, you'll know within 10 minutes if we got a trade or not. That's what I'm sharing. one ticker program in your account at this special deal we're offering tonight. Click the link in the chat and I'll show you. DTItrader.com/lifetime, folks, there it is. If you stand back and watch what we've done, I told Adam, I said, Adam, I think that people were in that first year with me are now in the Hall of Fame of trading. Do you really want me to do some more? We talked about it. It's such a great strategy. I said, yes, let's do it. So we're opening it up again right now, right tonight. I hope you take advantage of this. We've cut the price. We got everything set up. I'm ready to go if you are. Be like Mark, sign me up. Now, if you are going to sign up, go to the master class. There's a master class once you get approved and watch that master class video. You got 24 hours before we become eligible to do a trade tomorrow, Thursday afternoon. I hope you make it. Get a special lifetime deal, $14.97. That's about 2 trades right there. Okay. Any questions y'all have? John, I can't tell you how many trades per week, but I can tell you the following. The first trade I normally target is on a Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are the 4 windows I look at. It's very rare I'll do it on Monday afternoon. However, after saying that, there's been some times that it has set up and I take it. Okay? Just letting you know. I play where they pay the best. You'll know that about me. If I'm doing it, the odds are there, the setup's there, we're doing the trade. Great trade. Anyway, if you like learning and making trades, this is the program for you. Get involved. Any other questions? Remember, try it out. Make sure it works for you. You can put in the order and get out. So that's the nice thing about it. We always set our target when we put the order in. So really a set it, forget it strategy. Yeah, use a good to cancel order on the seller. Think about this. If I did 50 trades over the next year and you average what this program does, I think that price is minuscule. What is that, about $5 a trade, $10 a trade? Not even that, is it? All right, folks, we're about to get to the sweet spot of the quarter. Be part of it. This is the program that we'll be doing. The window opens tomorrow at 3:30. I laid it out the best way I could. I hope I made my point, and I hope everybody here joined. Thank you very much for being here. Process will start again in the morning as we go into Thursday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate all those people joining me, because you know, it's been a long time since I've offered this, and I thought I'd offer it and do it. Good job, Wendy. All right, thank you.
And for those that got
it, you gonna replay it?
Yep, I'm about to replay it for those that got in late.
All right.